So dignity through eye care. We'll hear from another compassionate doctor who's here with us, Dr. Sunder, who runs Freedom Trust. And he started a campaign many years ago called Walk India campaign. Okay, Dr. Sunder is an orthopedic surgeon, and he was very inspired. He's also a multifaceted personality. He's a musician. Sangeeta Kalanidhi Award is one of the highest awards for musicians in Tamil Nadu. Marathon runner, wildlife photographer, speaks many languages. And Dr. Sunder will talk about Freedom Trust, the work they're doing, dignity through mobility. We'll hear all from Dr. Sunder. Thank you for coming, Dr. Sunder.
Thank you for that introduction, brothers and sisters in service from Mission Samriddhi. So, my specialty is physical medicine and rehabilitation. I work as a medical specialist working for the persons with disability, trying to reduce or minimize disability. That is my profession. So, my first exposure to rural rehabilitation was when we were asked to do a camp in Kodaikanal. For those who don't know much about Tamil Nadu, Kodaikanal is a wonderful hill station. It's a tourist destination. And no, I didn't volunteer for that program. I volunteered because it was Kodaikanal. My logic was, Kodaikanal mein kaun hoga? There will be hardly anybody. So go there, enjoy the hill station, see a few patients and come back. But when we reached, it was a 3-day camp. Every day we had 200, 300 people, children mainly, with disability to be examined. On the last day, we got half an hour to walk around. So that was the first exposure to disability in rural areas that I got. And that inspired me nearly 10 years later. This happened in 1989. 1997, fast forward, I started the Freedom Trust, which actually is an acronym. It was Foundation for the Rehabilitation of Disabled of Madras. Madras, Chennai was Madras at that time. So we started this program, and the journey has been over nearly 30 years now. And we have covered 11 and recently 12 states all over India. Those are just statistics. We've benefited more than 40,000 people, beneficiaries with polio, cerebral palsy, hemiplegia, with spinal cord injury, and of course, amputees. So, recently, there has been a lot of emphasis on rehabilitation. The World Health Organization, they say that it's not enough to prevent mortality. The role of medicine is not to just save lives, but give a good quality of life to those who survive major episodes like stroke or head injury and so on. And also there are children who are born with some intellectual or physical impairment. Of course, Freedom Trust focuses on physical disability, and so we extend our services to any part of India which you all hail from, where we can do these camps, which is the purpose of such meetings and networking. And it is projected that there will be more and more need for such devices. What do we do? So we go to rural areas, and even the World Health Organization says that 1 in 3 people all over need some form of rehabilitation. But this, of course, includes visual as well as hearing speech impairment. The problem is in villages, they have no access to rehab. Rehab itself as a concept is rather new, and it's unfortunate that rehabilitation is not a subject in medicine. So all the doctors who pass through, it's been only recently introduced that rehabilitation, that is, Divyang Jan ke liye jo kar rahe na, the physiotherapy. It's thought of as physiotherapy, but rehab is a much bigger philosophy than physiotherapy. And the problem is that those who are disabled, a person who is disabled is a disabled family. Because if he's, especially if he's the breadwinner, there is no form of income. So a disabled person is a disabled family, and that handicap goes along with it. So there are very few rehab professionals in rural areas. My personal philosophy is I don't think rehab is welfare. A lot of people ask me, hey, you're doing social work. I said, yeah, I don't know the persons whom I'm helping, and I give my services free of cost, but giving mobility is not social work. It's a fundamental right of a person to go from place to place. I'll give an example. I went to one of these villages, and there was a woman, middle-aged woman, crawling on the ground. She came to me and said, I want a tricycle. So I said, normally because I'm responsible for the public funding, I asked her, why do you need this tricycle? Are you working? Do you have a job? She said, no, I don't have a job. What do you do? I sit at home. So I said, no tricycle for you. Why do you need a tricycle? And she said, you don't know, sir. We don't have attached bathrooms. So my crawling on the ground, I have to go to the fields to relieve myself. I need a tricycle to relieve myself. So this is something I was city born. I never thought of, I never processed this. And then she said something more horrifying. She said, during monsoons, when it rains a lot, I don't eat food, I don't drink water. So this is the status in rural areas. And disabled are actually differently abled. If you give them a mobility, they are able to fend for themselves, just as we heard recently. Somebody here who has a vision can lead a living which is useful to society. So appliances which we give mobility, it's a fundamental right. And these are photographs that you can see of various deformities, of children who are born with deformities, of adults who develop sores and other problems across various conditions. I'm not going to the physical conditions, but you can see how neglect leads to these deformities, and children who are unable to go to school and unable to travel in rural areas. So this is the scenario with which we started our journey. In 1997, nearly 30 years ago, that's me there, somewhere there. I used to have a mustache then. And this happened yesterday. So this journey is sustaining. We were in Dindigul. Dindigul is a city in South Tamil Nadu. The point is that, we gave 125 limbs on that yesterday. The point is, I thought these people are coming from Dindigul. For those who know Tamil Nadu, some people came from Kanchipuram, that is very close to here, to Dindigul. People came from Rajapalayam and Srivilliputtur to Dindigul, not close by. So the need is so much, and these are the appliances that we give, again, free of cost. They are positional devices, tricycles, wheelchairs, artificial limbs, and so on. And looking at the artificial limbs, Ram mentioned Walk India, which I started in 2015, 10 years ago. And you'll see the way by which people are managing with existing limbs or artificial limbs. Some of them don't get the limbs. They use what is called a peg leg. So they put one hole in a wooden pillar and put their stump inside and walk. They don't even know what is a proper artificial limb, and those that they're given develop such damage. They come to us with such damaged limbs. One person actually had a foot piece made out of steel. I don't know how he walked. He made a foot piece, cast it in a forge, and that is what you can see there. Now, ill-fitting limbs, you can get ulcers like this. So what are the changes, or what we bring to the table is the very qualified team who assesses these. I don't like to call them patients. I like to call them beneficiaries, because they are not patients. And we assess them and give them these appliances. It's a camp approach. We have at least 100, sometimes up to 400 in a single day. where I need help. But large number of camps, we are capable of handling huge numbers of camps. And within a month or month and a half, we provide these appliances. A large number of these amputees come from rural areas, and this is how they come in all ages. Somebody carries them to the camp, somebody hops into the camp, and we even had for a period a mobile workshop, a van which has all the items to repair these artificial limbs. And so this is the assessment camp. Then following that, we do the measurements by the prosthetist, the person who makes the appliance. And then in a function later, we have a distribution. The distribution is done after trial fitting, which means we just don't give it. We make them walk, and then we distribute it. Obviously, we can't do all of this alone. We need local support. Local support, yani, those who are able to bring these persons with disability to a camp. They don't bring 10 or 20. They bring them in large numbers. And today, because of groups and WhatsApp and so on, we have large numbers exceeding our expectations. And just to show that we have been doing this program with Mission Samriddhi, we collaborated with them in remote Vidarbha region. We had people coming from Yavatmal and Vardha. And once again, last year we did again in Vardha and Yavatmal. So these are areas which are not very accessible. We also did it in Madhya Pradesh, in remote. See, imagine I would never have gone to such places like Chanera or Khandwa. I've been there, and we've assessed patients there, beneficiaries there. So this is our coverage, 12 states and all the districts of Tamil Nadu. And this is the prosthesis that we give. We give the Jaipur style of exoskeletal prosthesis made of high-density polyethylene. We give the modified Jaipur foot also. Usually lasts about 3 to 5 years. And the advantage is you don't need to wear any footwear. It enables barefoot walking, which we are all used to. Maintenance is very minimal, and you maintain it properly, lasts longer. We have had people who keep coming and coming to our camps because they're working in rural areas. It gets worn out very fast. And so we also give them a kit which contains a warranty card. It carries a warranty for 1 year. And all accessories which they need to prevent the sores, popliteal sores or sores where the pressure happens. So what are the challenges? Challenges are there are huge numbers of people out there which we never knew. Just like how, as a postgraduate, when I went to Kodaikanal, I thought there won't be anybody. But now we realize these people come out of the woodwork. They come out, and we don't know where they come from. They're all there in various camps. What is the impact we have created? Yes, we have partnered with many NGOs, local organizations. All forms of physical disability we assess, and we guarantee that we give it within 2 months. These are, again, statistics which show that we give a large number of beneficiaries, a large number of appliances, and that our demand the numbers keep increasing because of the demand. I will play, can I play this, the video? The previous slide. There's no audio in the beginning. Basically, it's a 10-year-old video when we launched Walk India. You can see people coming to our camps. So we're willing to partner. There are a lot of good hearts in the companies that do the CSR for us. So they keep calling us and saying, where do you want to do your next camp? So we are available. Thank you very much.
Wow. Speechless. No words to say, right? Beautiful.